Namaste everyone, welcome to Yoga with Amandine. I'm Amandine and you're now at day 7 of our 21 days of breath and yoga challenge. So if you are starting today, welcome, and for those of you who have been doing the challenge every day, I would love to know how you're getting on. Are you finding any changes happening in your daily routine, in your day? So let me know and comment below. And if you haven't done so, please subscribe to my channel. It's helping me, encouraging me, and you will keep an eye on every video coming. So the focus for today is on what we call in yogic terms the square breath. So yesterday I mentioned pranayama. Pranayama comes from two words from Sanskrit. So prana is the life force, the life energy, and yam is the regulation. So the pranayama exercises are the regulations of the breath. So techniques that we do traditionally in yoga to help us regulate our breath. Why is it helpful? When we regulate our breath, we also master our minds. We develop more focus, more control on the fluctuations of our mind. So if you are feeling angry, stressed, we all feel that at every time, maybe a few times during the day, then going back to your breath will help you. Take an extra breath will help you as well make a different move, take a different decisions. That's why it is a great tool. And as well, we focus on regulating the breath today by practicing the square breath. So we're gonna first start by finding our posture. As always, you can sit cross-legged like me, sitting on your knees, sitting on a cushion like me. You want to have your hips slightly higher than your knees. You can be sitting on your bed, sitting on a chair, whatever it is. Feel comfortable. Again, this time is for you. And the most important thing here is to keep the spine straight. We're gonna take a few movements with our shoulders to our ears, exhaling through the mouth, pressing the shoulders down. Do this 3 times, inhaling. Inhaling. So now we have our chest more open. We connect before we start our practice. We connect to ourselves. We remind ourselves why we are here, why we made that decision to be here today, practicing, being, pausing for a moment. And we're going to start practicing together. So let's start first by observing our inhales and our exhales. So you're going to close your eyes and you're going to start observing how are your natural inhales and exhales. You're going to observe their length. Are they equal? Are they slightly longer? Is the exhale longer than the inhale? So this is your own observation. So we're going to do it at least for 4 breaths. If you breathe slower than me, don't worry, this is all good. So you start by closing your eyes and you observe again, counting mentally the inhales and the exhales. As always, as we inhale, we want to bring the breath to the belly and to the chest. You're opening up. And as you are exhaling, you are slightly bringing the belly button closer to your spine. This helps to expel more air out. So keep observing your breath, natural breath, keep counting. after our last breath, we're gonna pause there for a moment before we pursue. So now that you have your count in mind, make some observations. Was your exhale longer than your inhale? What was the ratio? So you keep that in mind, make an observation. And now we're gonna start breathing again, and this time we're gonna make our inhales and our exhales of an equal duration. I give today the count of 4 to start with. If this is too much for you, you can always adjust it. If this is too short, you can extend it. And as I encourage you to practice throughout the day, even playing the video again on your own time, feel free to adjust. Okay, so we're gonna inhale, let's say counting 4. We're gonna count individually as our breath is quite different. Inhaling for 4, exhaling for 4. And again, practice with your eyes closed if possible. Keep your shoulders down, keep your chest open. The breath arises from the belly, going up. So the inhale is expansion. And as you exhale, you feel the belly slightly going towards your spine. Okay, so let's practice together. Let's practice for 4 rounds. And when you finish your next breath, you open your eyes. And how are you feeling? How are you finding it? So the next exercise is about observing the pauses of our breath. So maybe you have already observed that at the top of the inhale and after the exhale, you pause the breath for a few seconds. Maybe you have also observed that when your breath is paused, so we call that retention, breath retention, your mind is still. Sometimes you observe that there are fewer thoughts, maybe there are no thoughts. So now to our breath, we're gonna incorporate those retentions, yeah? So we're gonna practice again with inhaling 4, pausing, so you're holding your breath for 4, exhaling for 4, pausing for 4. At any time during the exercise, if you feel this is too much for you, you're feeling uncomfortable, you can stop. Okay? So let's do it again. Really, really feel your breath is smooth. It's without effort, it's flowing. Release your expectations. Let go of how things should be. And yeah, let's enjoy it. So again, opening the chest, pressing the shoulders down. And we're gonna do it so you count mentally. And you're gonna do at least 5 to 6 rounds. Keep going. 3 more breaths to go. And now slowly we go back to our natural breath and we observe how we feel after those few minutes of square breath. How do you feel mentally, physically, emotionally? Personally, every time I do this practice, I feel much more clearer. It brings me clarity. Sometimes it helps me calm down as well if I feel stress, if I am rushing too much. It really grounds me. And yeah, I can say that this practice has changed my life. And the way as well I see things. I use it on an everyday life as maybe sometimes when I tend to maybe react too quickly, I go back to my breath, observe it, and suddenly I create some space in between the moment a thought arises in my mind and the word I'm gonna say, the action I'm gonna do. So yeah, let me know how you go. I would please comment below again. It's always a great pleasure to read you. So this was our basics for pranayama. Traditionally, we include those techniques at the end of yoga practice. So the yoga practice is called asana, posture. Then we have the pranayama, regulations of the breath, helping us to quieten the mind, and then we go into meditation. So you can incorporate this technique after you practice. If you practice yoga, if you practice sports exercise, after you walk. And yeah, don't hesitate, do them as often as you need to. Share the love with your friends, invite them to join. And I'm sending you all my love today. And I invite you to join me for the chant of Om. So chanting, connecting us to our heart, to our life, to the world. Let's take a deep breath and close our eyes. So inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Om. May love go to all beings in this planet. So thanks so much for practicing with me today. See you tomorrow. Ciao.